The top stories for the hour. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed praises the Bole Subsidies administration for transforming Bulbula Park into a vibrant public space. Ethiopia and South Africa eye stronger tourism ties under BRICS. Hello and welcome to EBC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism. It's me, Makaralai. See you with the daily updates. Do stay with us. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has praised the Bole Subsidy administration for transforming Bulbula Park into a vibrant public space, highlighting the importance of community involvement and local resource mobilization. Accompanied by senior officials, Prime Minister Abiy visited the revitalized Bulbula Park in Addis Ababa and called for nationwide emulation of Bole Subsidies community-led transformation model. The transformation is part of a broader initiative spanning over 20 hectares, including green space, road dividers and modern football fields, the Premier noted. The Prime Minister urged residents to maintain the park and call for similar initiatives to be replicated in other parts of Addis Ababa and the country, highlighting its significance for both present and future generations. Ethiopian Foreign Minister Gideon Timotheos highlighted the role of Global South in promoting multilateralism and promoting decolonization, peaceful dispute resolution, friendly relation, and global peace and security. The BRICS Foreign Minister meeting concluded today in Rio de Janeiro, according to Foreign Affairs Minister. The Foreign Minister emphasized the need for countries in the Global South to deepen cooperation for shared security and prosperity using comparative advantage in areas such as agriculture, energy, development, technology, ICT, military, trade, and connectivity. Gideon also held bilateral meeting with China Foreign Minister Wang Yi, focusing on economic and trade ties, and agreed to strengthen consultations at multilateral forums. He also held meeting with UAE's Minister of State for International Cooperation, Rima Al Hashmi, and Thailand's Foreign Minister, discussing ways to expand bilateral relations and deepen cooperation. The BRICS meeting also included a representative from Belarus, Bolivia, Cuba, Kazakhstan, Malaysia, Nigeria, Thailand, Uzbekistan, and Uganda. The Minister of Labour and Skills says Ethiopia is actively developing an ecosystem to foster innovation and creativity, aiming to cultivate an entrepreneurial and a global competitive youth. Speaking at Innovation Africa 2025 Summit, a key gathering for the African Multilateral Conference on Education, ICT and Skills, Minister of Labour and Skills Muferiat Kamil stressed Ethiopia's dedication to empowering its youth through robust education, innovation, and skill development initiative. Held under the theme Education and Skill Africa for the 21st century, the Innovation African 2025 Summit is co-organized by the Ministry of Education, Innovation and Technology and Labour and Skills in partnership with African Brain. During a panel discussion on skill development and new competitiveness for African entrepreneurs, Minister Muferiat stressed the importance of cross-sectoral collaboration for sustainable youth development ecosystem. She emphasized the need to empower African youth for leadership and entrepreneurship and innovation. The minister further stressed that a strong and inclusive African economy hinges on equipping youth with skills relevant to key industries like agriculture, mining, tourism, and ICT. Addis Ababa Culture, Arts and Tourism Bureau announced that it is working closely with hotels, transport service and other key providers to improve the overall service for visitors attending conference in the city. According to the Bureau, the coordination will be further strengthened to ensure participants in conference tourism to receive top quality service such as efficient accommodation, hospitality and transport, which is aligned with the Minister of Tourism's renewed focus on the conference tourism sector. Jerusalem Batzaha has more from the Ethiopian news agency Dispute.
In the past 9 months of the 2017 Ethiopian fiscal year, Ethiopia hosted more than 60 international, continental and regional conferences, which is a clear indicator of the country's growing appeal for global events. Recent infrastructure developments and improvements to tourist sites, including the establishment of dedicated tourism corridors within Addis Ababa, have further contributed to the city's rise as a conference tourism hotspot. Hunde Kabede, deputy head of the Addis Ababa Culture, Arts and Tourism Bureau, told Ethiopian news agency that the newly built infrastructure nationwide has been creating favorable conditions for hosting large-scale conferences.
ወደፊት የሚደረጉ በርካታ በእቅድ የተያዙ ሚቲንጎች ኮንቬንሽኖች ይኖራሉ።
Addis Ababa has already welcomed a substantial number of continental and international events, cementing its status as a regional hub for conference tourism. To ensure quality service delivery, the Bureau is conducting support and awareness campaigns directed at stakeholders in the industry. Additionally, visiting ambassadors and delegates are being encouraged to explore local attractions during their stay, a strategy that not only enhances visitor experience but also bolsters Ethiopia's international image.
Wendemiye Awash, an executive committee member of the Addis Ababa Hotels and Tourism Professional Association, on his part confirmed that the growth of conference tourism has significantly boosted revenue and benefited the wider hospitality industry.
The sector was previously centered on African Union meetings. Its recent expansion is expected to increase revenues and contribute more broadly to the national economy. We have been working on capacity building programs, including on the job training for service providers operating across all subcities. And this is important to strengthen the sector to meet the expectations of future visitors and conference participants.
Recently, the Ethiopian government has introduced several key tourist sites that enhance Addis Ababa's appeal to international visitors. The city's urban corridor developments and eco-friendly lodges create inviting green space that promote ecotourism and provide serene settings for conference attendees. These projects not only enhance the aesthetic appeal of Addis Ababa but also contribute to its sustainability and offer conference goers a place to relax and rejuvenate after their professional engagements.
South African ambassador to Ethiopia, Nonseba Losi, affirmed that South Africa is pursuing stronger bilateral ties with Ethiopia, the renewed focus on boosting cooperation in tourism sector through BRICS alliance. The ambassador also highlighted the opportunities for technical collaboration, noting South Africa's rich experience in park rangers to help Ethiopia protect its natural reserves. Tigster Nessa has more.
Ethiopia and South Africa eye stronger tourism ties under BRICS. Speaking to Ethiopian news agency, South Africa's ambassador to Ethiopia, Nonseba Losi, has stressed that the two countries have long-eyed cordial relations in multifaceted spheres. There is a growing potential for tourism collaboration under the broader BRICS framework following Ethiopia's admission during the 2023 summit hosted in South Africa.
The BRICS extended its membership to many other countries, and amongst those members who joined BRICS was Ethiopia. And coincidentally, Ethiopia joined BRICS whilst we hosted the summit in South Africa in 2023. And there is a track of tourism ministers under the BRICS, and we would love to ensure that these countries work with each other, they visit each other. The population is huge. We can rake a lot of economy and we can have economic development. We can increase the tourists visiting these areas and these countries.
Ambassador Losi also highlighted the opportunities for technical collaboration, citing South Africa's experienced park rangers who could have assisted Ethiopia in protecting and preserving its natural reserves. She recalled that just last month, President Cyril Ramaphosa praised the renewal development and projects in Addis, stating that she has received so many calls of South Africans who would love to visit Ethiopia.
South African embassy will ensure that we come up with concrete, proposal and programs that will ensure that we see more South African tourists visiting Ethiopia. You would recall even just last month when the president praised the renewal development and projects in Addis. And I've received so many calls of South Africans who would love to visit Ethiopia.
Ethiopia's State Minister of Tourism, Selashi Girma, for his part, also emphasized the importance of BRICS as a global tourism alliance.
In the BRICS cooperation, we have a lot of interventions. So one of the BRICS alliance is in tourism. We are very lucky to be in the BRICS because if you think of India, if you think of Brazil, South Africa, and China, I would say 1/3 of the world population is in the BRICS. So Ethiopia being known in the BRICS package or in the BRICS alliance does mean a lot. Like we are reaching to 1/3 of the global population. It's important. And the other is in the BRICS we have also an agenda crafted as to create the BRICS Tourism Academy, and also we want to bring the BRICS Tourism Conference to Ethiopia.
Ethiopia and South Africa have vast untapped potential in tourism cooperation, and BRICS presents a strategic platform to realize that potential, the two officials affirmed. Recently, Ambassador Losi, along with other ambassadors and representatives of diplomatic corps based in Addis Ababa, visited the Bale Mountain National Park.
That's all we had for today's update, but before I go, let's have a recap of the top stories once again. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed praises the Bole Sub-City administration for transforming Bulbula Park into a vibrant public space. And Ethiopia and South Africa eye stronger tourism tie under BRICS. Thank you for tuning into ABC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism. It was me, Makadalai. See you with the daily updates. Goodbye for now.